Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. My name is Rachel Tintle and I am the owner and designer behind the Creative Siren. So this week I have something that's a little bit different. We are not doing anything tumbler related, but we are still dabbling in the polymer clay field. So with Christmas approaching, I thought it would be a lot of fun to do something that was a little reminiscent of the holiday. So this week, we are going to be working on gingerbread men keychains. And I will also be showing you how to make these cute little gumdrop beads with faux sugar included. So I love these. I made a whole bunch of them for my daughter and her teachers. And if you follow my tutorial my last tutorial rather, I showed you how to make these cute little peppermints here, even including this little pinwheel. And you can use them intermittently into your gingerbread keychains. Look at how cute they are. They're so cute. You know, I don't know. I just adore these. I thought they were fun. They're quick. If you've got a craft show coming up, these are so perfect for that. You can even personalize them if you wanted to or not. But anyways, with all of that being said, let's go ahead and jump right in. So right away, grab a caramel colored piece of clay and roll it out until it's a little bit on the thick side, and grab some plastic wrap and throw that right on top of it. Then press your cookie cutter right through the plastic wrap. The plastic wrap will soften your edges so it creates a nice and kind of bubbly round cookie shape. And then go ahead and peel your little gingerbread back up and smooth out all of those edges. They're going to be kind of rough, and you may need to even take your hobby knife and cut off any excess, and that's okay. Now the next thing that we're going to do here is we're going to grab a polymer clay only toothbrush and start dabbing it gently into the edges of our cookie and over the top, and this will create a really nice cookie effect throughout the entirety of your gingerbread man. From here, I am taking just a little bit of rubbing alcohol on the tip of my finger, and I'm smoothing out all of these edges so that they're not too rough, since we will not be sealing this guy and we want it to be as smooth as possible. Now go ahead and put it into an oven safe container and put him off to the side so we can bake him later. Now here we are going to be making some gumdrops. So go ahead and grab any pieces of clay that you'd like, any color, it doesn't really matter, and start forming them in the shape of gumdrops. And you'll want to do this for at least 4 different colors. So I have white, purple, green, and red here, and I'm forming all of them into a gumdrop shape. Then I'm going to take some liquid Sculpey or liquid clay. I'm going to press my little gumdrop on the end of my ball tool here just to hold it. And then I'm going to apply some of this liquid Sculpey all throughout very evenly across my gumdrop. You don't want to put too much. A very thin coat is just fine, just enough so that when you stick your gumdrop into this glitter here, which is Frost by PDB, it will stick very nicely, and then go ahead and put that back into your oven safe container. And repeat the process for all the gumdrop colors that you'd like. Now do be sure that you do follow the guidelines for the faux sugar, as not all white glitters I have found are created equal, and I went through quite a few to make sure I found the right one. And you can do this for almost anything that you want to add kind of that faux sugar look to when you're working with polymer clay. And I will add the link to that glitter in the description of this video for anybody who would like to purchase. Now from here we are going to make 2 smaller little gumdrops as well. These are going to form the buttons for our little gingerbread man. So I mean, you can add 3 if you want to, but I found 2 is quite enough, and just repeat the process. Go ahead and mold it into the gumdrop shape, and then we will put it on our ball tool just to hold it, and then cover it in liquid Sculpey, and then dip it in our sugar. And when you're all done doing that, We're going to take all of these and put them into an oven-safe container and bake them following the instructions on the back of our clay packaging. Now, after our gingerbread man is done baking, we are going to grab some white clay and an extruder here, and we're going to extrude some ropes of clay. Now, this is going to form the icing of our little gingerbread man. So I'm going to cover our baked gingerbread man with some liquid Sculpey. Now here I did add too much, and you'll see just what I mean. You really want kind of a thin, even coat throughout the whole cookie or faux cookie. Too much is just going to make it kind of goopy. And then lay your ropes of white clay however you'd like. And I do it right on the ankles of my little cookie, as well as on the wrists of him, on all 4 appendages. And once you've done that, we're going to take our rope of clay and we're going to add kind of a line where a t-shirt would be. So in the same wavy fashion as we did on his ankles and on his wrists, we're going to add that little line there to kind of create the illusion of a t-shirt or some kind of shirt. And then roll 2 little balls of clay, of your white clay, and then press your fully cooked gumdrop button right into it. So it looks like icing is holding that gumdrop button in place. Now from here, we're going to take the white clay and form 2 little eyes right at the top. You can do your eyes any which way, but I just chose to make 2 little white flat discs at the top and just leave them as such. Now from here, I've taken some green clay and I've rolled it out into a thin rope and just cut off 2 little tiny pieces to create some eyebrows. You don't have to do this part, but I thought it looked really cute. So we have green eyebrows. And once you're done with that, we're gonna roll out another piece of clay, but this time in red. And this is going to form the mouth. Now you can do just a typical like U-shaped mouth if you want to, but I wanted to have a little bit more expression in my gingerbread, so he's got an open mouth here and just adjust it accordingly. The liquid Sculpey that you have on your cookie will help hold all of these pieces pretty well, so it's just a matter of pushing it together and kind of blending in any lines that you have there. Now here I'm just taking some bright green clay and I'm cutting it into little triangles because we're going to form a little bow tie. So this is going to be one side of his bow tie, and then I'm going to repeat the process with another triangle on the other side. And place it so that both tips of the triangle are almost touching. And then I'm going to roll a little tiny small ball of green clay and slap it right in the middle of the 2. So it looks like that he's got this cute little bright green bow tie right underneath his neck. And then go ahead and take this guy and put him in the oven to bake. Now while your guy is baking, we're gonna go ahead and move on to the keychain part of our keychain. So here I've got a 3-inch acrylic blank, and I'm just gonna rough it up real quick with some sandpaper. And then I'll clean it off with a little spritz of alcohol, rubbing alcohol 91%, and then clean it off. Now from here, I'm taking my UV resin from PDB Glitters, and I'm pouring a little bit into a disposable cup, and I'm going to mix 3 different colors of glitter. So I've got this beautiful red glitter here. I will list all of these in the description of this video. I've got this beautiful white glitter, I think it's Coachella here, and it's all in equal parts. So if you do 3 scoops each, that's fine. If you do less or more, that's fine, as long as it's equal. And the last one there is Bashful, and mix it all together. And I tell you, this creates the most beautiful holiday mix I've ever seen. Now go ahead and take your UV mixture here, and start gently pouring it onto your acrylic blank. Now don't do too much because you don't want to over flood your acrylic blank, but you want enough that it won't create any ripples or dimples after it goes underneath the UV light. And you want to make sure that you bring all of that UV resin right to the edge without it, going over the edge. So you have to do this and be very gentle about it, but you'll be able to get it right away. Now hit it with some heat real quick to pop any bubbles that are there, and then set it under your UV light for 60 seconds. Now here you don't have to do this part, but I chose to add a second layer so that the glitter would really show up. But if you want less glitter, then skip this part completely. Now after that, I did add another clear layer of UV resin. This has no glitter in it, and that's just to seal it properly so that I have a smooth surface for my decal. Now on the other side, I removed the plastic protective film, I scuffed up my canvas there, and then I cleaned it off with rubbing alcohol. And now I'm going to take my UV resin and I'm going to mix it with a little bit of diamond dust and halo from PDB to create this beautiful glittery opalescent white that's going to go on the very back of this blank. And just like we did with the glitter, we are going to put a little bit at a time and make sure that we secure all of those edges properly. So push that all the way to the edge. And now I slowed this part down a little bit since you can kind of see it better than on the other side since it's white. And so you'll be able to see how I just push that right up to the edge all over. And once you're done, hit it with some heat again and put it under the UV light for 60 seconds. Now here I am taking my decal, now that it's all done, to my acrylic blank. Now this says official cookie taster or tester, which I thought was really cute, and we're just going to center it right on the white part of our little acrylic blank here. And gently peel it off so that you make sure that all of the vinyl is stuck to your acrylic blank. Now for the other side, I chose to do just a little initial here. It happens to be my daughter's. And so we're just going to put that there to make it super special. And then seal both sides with some UV resin before moving forward. Making sure to gently push all of that UV resin right up to the edge of your acrylic blank, and then set it for 60 seconds. Now that part is all done. So now to move on to the rest of our keychain. So now that our gingerbread man is all done and baked, I did forget to add a hole. You can add a hole pre-bake so you don't have to drill this part, but since I did forget, I'm just going to drill a little tiny hole right at the top of his head so that I can put a jump ring through it and add it to my keychain. And we're going to do the same thing here to our little gumdrops. And make sure you go through the top end too, and make sure that that hole is nice and wide so that when we run our elastic string through it, that we have enough room to get everything through. So this is a little bit of elastic string that I got from PDB, and I'm just going to loop it through my acrylic blank and make sure that that is nice and tight. And then I have this cute little gold bead. Now I will admit I got this one a little too small, so it did take me a good minute of struggling to pull it through the double layer of elastic. So if you don't want to struggle, get something a little bit bigger, but I was able to manage it after a little finagling. And once you get that through, take your string and run it through an embroidery needle. It's a little bit bigger than regular sewing needles, so it makes it easier. And this will be a lot easier to get our little gumdrops right through. So take that sewing needle or that embroidery needle and run it right through the holes that we have created onto our gumdrops. Now right at the end here, you have to take the needle off because the little bead that I do add at the top, again, is too small, so the needle will not fit. So I have to finagle it one more time, but this time was a little bit easier. Now once you have that through, go ahead and put your needle right back on, as it's going to make it easier to finish off the rest of this keychain. Now I run it through this this little knobby at the very top of my keychain, and then take my needle and run it through right at the top of my top gumdrop there. Again, took a little finagling because I didn't make the hole wide enough, but again was able to pull it through. And this is where we're going to tie the knot. So take your needle and run it through the 2 pieces of string down at the bottom, and now we're just going to tie off the ends. Make sure that it's nice and taut so that there's not a whole lot of slack there. If you need a closer look at this, I did follow Jessica Flynn's bubblegum keychain tutorial, and she does a really good job of explaining it. So if this part is a little bit confusing, I will link her tutorial below so that you can see how she did it, and she can explain all of that in a much closer and slower fashion. So here I'm just taking a jump ring and I'm putting it right through the top of my gingerbread and taking a second one to loop it through, just to give it a little bit of length, and then looping that second jump ring through the top of our keychain. And there you have it. So stinking cute. Really fast, really easy once you get the hang of it, and so adorable. You guys, thank you so much for hanging out with me while I walked you through this really adorable little gingerbread man keychain tutorial. I hope you guys had as much fun as I did making him, and don't forget to like and subscribe to my channel to check out more polymer clay and tumbler tutorials. If you love this video, be sure to click here to see our last video. And don't forget to subscribe so you never miss another tutorial. See you later. Bye!